I never quite realized how burdened I was until I met you. The threat of the Shadow Curse, the politics of the Grove. I was forgetting who I was. But you lifted the fog. Thank you. You're too modest. I wager you don't even know how extraordinary you truly are. But I do. I have lived a very long time. I have taken many lovers. My heart does not stir lightly. But it does now. Truly? I was sure we had a connection. You seemed more than a little curious about my current love life, for one. But I respect your choice. If that's how you truly feel. Your friendship remains precious to me. You have bonded with Shadowheart, body and soul. Her scent lingers on your skin. If there is to be anything between us, it must be with her consent. And perhaps someday, her participation. I understand. And I still cherish our relationship. Still, I could not have forgiven myself had I not taken the plunge. Better to have tried and failed.
Clown Man is dead. Oh well. Want a treato? Yes! I has lots of stuffs. Just for you.
Violence erupts here. My home. My refuge in this city of stone and steel. Your eyes, Stira. There is pain, endless and deep, but also devotion, blazing like the sun. You're in love, are you not? You are wise to admit it. When it comes to love, vulnerability is armor, truth a sword, and trust a shield. I pray you wield all three, Stira. Bring the one you love to me. I will look into your hearts and see if your love is eternal or doomed eternally.
It can't hurt, I suppose. Unless you embarrass me. Then you might find yourself hurting in a whole manner of ways.
Close your eyes, little ones. Be still as stone to earth. And remember to breathe. I see you. I see the bond between you. So tender, so fragile. But do you see it for yourselves? Shadowheart An endless storm surges behind sharp eyes. Listen. Think. From where does Shadowheart draw comfort on a cold, dark night?
Well put. Though I'll forgive a middling wine so long as the company makes up the difference.
Hear how your bond thrums with pleasure. Strong, vital, pulsing with affection. The heart craves comfort, but needs respect. How does one earn the dark-haired maiden's respect?
Very good. Just don't say it so loud.
The sweetest loves dance lightly on the tongue, but now we must dig deeper, into the most painful reaches of the spirit. Shame sits in the soul of all. To tame it, we must name it. Shadowheart, what is her deepest shame?
I didn't think a little game would sting so much when I agreed to this. But you're right. A perfect score. I'm flattered. Have you been studying up on me every night at camp?
How close you are. Two hearts beating a perfect rhythm. But I know the truth. Only one face haunts your dreams each night. Close your eyes, sweetness, and she will come to you.
Still rolling in the muck, I see. Gortash knows you are coming. Knows you have the Bone Lord's stone. Do not let him hiss hot air into your worm, wicked. Oh, your bond will not save you. He will wrap its cord around your neck and make you swing from it. Remember, his throat spits lies, but my blade carves the truth. You will read it on your skin soon enough.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you. You're the first person in this city to have our backs. Thank you. Really.
If you're a customer, go down to the shop. Otherwise, clear off. Well, given this is in fact a blacksmith's, we sell things that need smithing. The shopkeeper can tell you more. Give the lazy sod something to do for once.
Hi! Want a blade? Or a bow? Or a dagger? Or maybe a spear is more your thing? You look like you know how to use a spear. By spear. What'd you say, huh? Yep, that's me. On the outside, but he's a softy at heart, like molten steel. Also, he's a living legend. Do you know he's won Best Smith in Rivington 7 years in a row? And he says that if I move an off stock, I might even get to have a go on the anvil. don't know him like I do. The way he works the smelter, the tongs, the double-faced sledgehammer. I'd give anything to do what he does. Oh, God. Don't tell him I said that, will you? I really love my job. Promise. It's Giltrol Angelion, for God's sakes. If you knew how good he was, trust me, you'd feel exactly the same way. Oh, yay!
Welcome to Sword Coast Couriers. To send and to serve. Delivery not guaranteed. Well, we've had to change the policy. Hard to send letters by road when there's a rampaging army of fanatics bearing down on you. I'll tell you, it's left me in a right pickle. I've sent what I can by pigeon, but now something's attacking them and all. Become a postmaster, Danzo. It'll be easy. Nobody mentions having to spend your evenings hunting for pigeon carcasses, do they? Not the foggiest. Normally they fly true as an elven arrow. Something nearby is snatching them, I can tell you that much. Well, if it's not too much trouble, I'd be much obliged. Any letters you find, bring them back to me, unopened, of course, and there's some gold in it for you.
Ah, are you trying to get into the city? Got a minute to tell me about your experience at the gate today? I'm Lens, roving reporter for the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. My editor sent me to cover the drama out here at the gate. He wants some fluff piece about the heroic steel watch keeping the mob at bay, whether or not that's the truth or not. That the refugees here are desperate, hungry, scared people. They're no mob. They just want to be safe. I've heard the rumours. Absolutists marching from Moonrise Towers. Whole towns felled by strange curses. It's no wonder they ran. Of course, I can't write any of that. My editor only releases stories his friend Lord Gortash approves of, and he's very selective. Oh, they know some of it. Most would rather bury their heads in the sand anyway. Saves them the bother of feeling responsible. I'll try and get the truth across. Who knows? Maybe a line or two will meet Mr. Needle's approval. I won't be holding my breath.
Pigeons are very sensitive. They can't fly straight if they're disturbed.
The pigeon carries itself with an air of dignity, its mannerisms stern and commanding.
Name and rank! Quickly now! There's a war on! The absolute poppycock! Enemy propaganda designed to confuse simple minds. Not your fault you fell for it. You need a strong leader like myself to see the wood under the trees. I am Commander Lightfeather, leader of the finest aerial communication regiment this side of the Triumpha. State your purpose, Groundwalker. I don't have all day. Damned awful business. Fine flyers, a lot of them. Gone without a trace. Intelligence is in short supply, but we know our enemies flanked us on the west side, not one rooftop away. We're avoiding the whole area. I won't lose one more beak to the blighter. If you pass that way, beware the sign of the featherless wings. From that rooftop, none return.
A little wet under the wing for our unit. The commander will soon straighten you out.
I've no need of a wing man. Commander Lightfeather will give you your briefing.
Leave me be, Groundwalker. I've reports to prepare. You'll want to watch out for the enemy's observation post, of course. Tallest point around these parts. It used to make a bloody awful racket, but it's fallen silent. No doubt our enemy has claimed the territory.
The Tressum seems nervous, but you can't quite tell why.
Kitty? How vulgar. You can call me... Actually, it's better if you don't call me at all. That'll be all, thank you. Please. I don't dirty my paws for anything less than pheasant. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy luxuriating in solitude. If it'll hasten your departure... I ate the pigeons. Are you satisfied? I prevaricated before. Pigeon is my second most favorite meat. Importance is relative. A letter may be important to one. A growling belly may be more important to another. But let's not get bogged down in semantics. I believe you were just leaving, weren't you? Ta! In service of not having to make any further conversation with you, I concede. I'll be on my way then. There are a few places in the city I'd like to visit. I might have sussed some interesting items I'd rather like to get my paws upon. If I find anything interesting, I might even be willing to barter. Might. Ta-ra. Away.
Suppose you've, stumbled across those letters yet? Yes, fine. Just give me the letters. Still sealed. Thank the gods. You've no idea the kindness you've done me. What a relief.
You've returned, yet my flyers have not. I suppose they've flown this mortal coop, so to speak. Make your report. How did the battle unfold? Of course they did. No doubt it was my training gave them the discipline and resolve to stay in the fight. As for you, flightless one, it was an honor taking you under my wing. Dismissed.
Don't draw any trouble on old Enthal. He acts like he's up for it, but he's retired for a reason.
Greetings, sir. Your noble bearing brings a little class to my humble establishment. How may I be of service? Harpers. I'm afraid I serve a grubbier class of clientele than that. More chancers than champions, if you take my meaning. Present company excluded, I'm sure. No, I don't know any, Jahira, was it? I knew it. I knew she wasn't dead. Fine, yes. You have the right place. But where's the leaf flicker herself? She wouldn't have revealed this place otherwise, which makes you one of the rare breed she does trust. Here's the key. The others are below, and bearing bad news by the looks of it.
You are not Jahira. I was hoping to greet the High Harper beneath Salona's tears.
You have the lad a little nervous. You're the one toppled Ketherick out in the Shadowlands, no? Do you know? I took her face, but she died before I could get her name. I wonder what Orin plans to do with your face.
Thank you! I'm alive. That's more than the others can say. You're the one High Harper Jaheira sent. Right. Equal to the High Harper. You can give her my report, then. The others... they're all dead. Or scattered. Jaheira sent word of the victory over Ketherick. Set us hunting after the cultists in the city, but they were the ones hunting us. Things were quiet. Until we started to ask about the Rashomar.
Rashomar, a native of Rashomon, the far eastern land known for its wild inhabitants and the witches who rule them.
The High Harper didn't tell you. Perhaps it's not my place. Just tell her this. I can't continue the hunt. Whatever the cult has done with the Rashomar, they do not want him found.
So Baal's chosen is a doppelganger. I should not be surprised. They have ever been among his favorite servants. Orin is testing you. Either she thinks herself a predator, playing with her food, or she fears what you might do. Good. This all begins to ring a little too familiar for my liking. The last time I fought doppelgangers, the Baalspawn Sarevok was using them to subvert the city government, aid his rise to power. But Orin, he's more predator than politician, I think. She simply wants to make us feel hunted, isolated. Tell the Lordling that Orin is watching. Seems that Gortash and Orin have had a little falling out. We should leverage that. Orin knows the hunt. In one stroke, she places the Harpers beyond our reach, separates us from our pack. Until we know who the false facers are, we cannot trust anyone beyond ourselves. And I was so busy telling you not to take her bait that I scarcely felt the hook in my own mouth. I have not been overly generous with the truth. I came here to learn of the Chosen, true enough. But I set my Harpers searching for someone else, too. Tell me, what do you know of a man named Minsk of Rashomon?
The name is as familiar as Jaheira's own. A hero of the time of troubles, who saved the city more than once.
But few know of his fate, I think. I had hoped to keep it that way. Minsk is an old friend. Perhaps my oldest. We fought at one another's backs, times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die. Before we ever heard of this Absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Minsk charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day. The world takes much from those who presume to defend it. But sometimes, you get to take it back. So don't be sorry, because I mean to use you, if you're willing. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. That has been the fate of everyone the cult has captured so far. But it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be minced either. As simply as that? For no other reason than that I asked? Perhaps you two will get along. Oh, the point is moot without the means to find him. Without the Harpers, we shall have to find another path. I'll have a better idea of what that is once we're through the gates. Seems I need to reacquaint myself with this damned city.
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin? As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1, create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2, shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3, bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood. I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and I was smitten. Chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds, as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim? I asked Father later. No, he said. A stroke survivor.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
I couldn't say. But think about this. My father was tadpoled. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, you must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as Father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it. Mind flayers are like devils. They just sport tentacles rather than wings. Clever, manipulative, exploitative. The Emperor says he's a friend. I think we'd be fools to believe him. And maybe it's true. Maybe Stelmane allied with a mind flayer and subjected the city to their political will. Or maybe he made an offer she couldn't refuse.
I can still feel the Shadowfell all over me. Still hear her words in my ear. I feel unclean. You've nothing to be sorry for. Far from it, in fact. Without your help, things could have ended very differently for me. I have an idea. Something I've wanted to do for a while. Something that might help me put her in the past. But I'll need your help. Wait until the others are asleep, then come with me. There's a place we can go, down the coast a little. This will do. Take off your clothes. A little misdirection. Couldn't resist. What's the matter? I know. But it's nice to hear you say it. I don't know if I can do this, now that I'm here. All right, just stay close. Oh, hells, that's cold. Come here. Thank you. I needed that. I needed to know I can face things without Shah. I don't want to go back. Not just yet. Just a pebble. Now don't you dare stop. Something the matter? I should hope not, after the time we spent together. My spirits are thoroughly lifted. Oh? Not feeling any regrets, I hope? I'm glad. I feel the same way. Though I'm still finding sand in my hair. I wonder what the others will think of that. But of course they will. I hope we'll have more opportunities to slip away. And make sandcastles. Of course. Just the one?
Put him up! Put him up! Yay! You spoke to me! Nobody ever talks to me! My name's Narber, adventurer to be, soon to be the best adventurer anyone's ever seen. As soon as I figure out what kind of adventurer I want to be. What do you think? Can I be a fighter? Sure. I'll just raise my fists and... it's no use. I can't do it. Guess old Narber's more of a talker than a fighter. Right you are. I'll just find something to punch, I guess. It won't hurt, will it? No, surely not. Roar! 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 Are you scared? Did you wet your pants? Did you? Did you? That's right! You got it! Yay! So how did I do? Are you quaking in your boots with fear? Appreciate the honesty. Oh, Marbing board. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Yep, that's right. Help me out here. Happy birthday, dear. It isn't? Shoot. What did you think anyway? Could I be a good bard? Oh, I don't have one of those. Balls. Back to the marbing board then. Bless us with your gentle, no, holy, spirit. No, soul, no, spirit. Your powers, your divine powers. I'm praying. Is that not how it goes? There's more than one? Shit. Woof woof! I'm a dog! Everyone likes dogs. That's not true! My mom does! Wait, no. She loves me. But does that mean she actually likes me? Behold, mundane meddler, you step in the domain of a master speller. For I am to be the most mighty wizard! Wizard? W-I-Z-A-R-D. Wizard. Wait, there's another step after that? Ugh, rats. Know any fiendish philanthropists? Fickle fey financiers? Eldritch employers? I want to make a pact. That's not a pact. That's just an order. Oh, very good. You nearly had me there. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I was in deep meditation, see? Isn't peace and quiet just the best? I'm gonna be the best monk there ever was!
Naba seals his lips, but you feel the pressure of words behind them. The poor thing is straining, fit to burst.
I can't do it. I have too much to say. You were right. I can't be a monk. I just want to talk. Talking's great. See, you can say words, make friends, tell everyone everything you're thinking and feeling.
As he empties himself of his latest slew of thoughts, you take the opportunity to slip away.
Boom! Bet you didn't even see me coming. I'm a shadow, a master of sneakery, a rogue! Why do so many professions have to be done in silence? I like talking! Talking is the best! If not a rogue, then a ranger. I'm great at chasing things down. What? Where? Wait a minute. You were pulling my leg. Good one. But you're not getting rid of old Narber that easily. Perhaps the answer was deep inside me all along. An ancient spark of arcana. Yes, I was born to be a sorcerer. I can feel it. No. It's definitely something. Let me focus. I can feel the power deep within me. Oh, it's coming up. It's coming up. Oh, oops. Just indigestion. My liege, I swear to you an undying oath of absolute devotion. I am but your humble paladin. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I'm just too excited to talk to you. Oh no. Something inside me feels very wrong. Did I just break something? Oh, I hope it wasn't anything important. These roles sure are restrictive, aren't they? Maybe the adventuring life's just not for me. I really like talking to you. There's not a lot of people that want to talk to me, so I brought you this present. Here. Now, what are we gonna talk about if not the adventuring life? Wait. What if I mix the classes? Narmer, you genius!
Ahoy, stranger. Thanks for stopping by Calm's Gams. I'm Calm. Well, Carmen. What can I do you for? Ugh. If it's empty patty you want, get your clothes from my brother Figaro. But if it's genuine quality and genuine taste you're after, Calm's Gams has you covered. You wouldn't either, if you knew him like I did. Since Dad died, he thinks he's cock of the bloody walk, that I should give up my shop and work for family business. For him, dick. Maybe you should keep your nose out of where it doesn't bloody belong. Now, you want clothes or not? Sounds good. Get you something a bit fresher than your current outfit.
We can't rely on the Harpers. Not when Orin has them infested with shapeshifters. We're on our own. Though, I suppose we're used to it by now.
Another case closed, another bottle open! Huzzah to Valeria! Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something. Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? Ugh, I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found? My assistant. She's posted in the lower city investigating Duke Stelmane's murder. Now, back to it. What have you found? That's quite the discovery. Doesn't tell me everything, though. Why was Lorgan killed? Could doesn't quite cut it here, I'm afraid. I need a solid, provable motive. Come back when you've got some real evidence. I presume you've found something interesting to discuss, if you're interrupting me again? While that is startling, it still doesn't disprove my theory that Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, does it? That's what you need if you want to change my mind. Hard evidence. A reason, too, if you're at it. Why was Lorgan killed? It was the height of arrogance, then, to disturb me. Don't come back unless you've got something worth saying.
Woof! A charming effort, but you can't fool me. You're not a dog. So what the hell are you doing in my kennels? Found him, did you? I can't say I'm surprised. Gomwick never kept him on a tight leash. Bring him here, and I'll give him a once-over for you. Check him for worms and so on.
Oh, yes, please, I'd love to see him.
He's a good dog. We'd both love to see him again. It's the only way to teach him. He behaves worse than the dogs, and makes more of a mess.
I'm under strict orders to speak to no outsiders. I am also forbidden from receiving scratches, scritches, and belly rubs.
Mistress says not to talk to strangers.
Hope you're keeping well, friend. Master, friend, I stayed with him until I knew he was gone. I'll never forget him, but I'm glad to have met you.
You again?
Scratch! Oh, it's good to see you, boy!
Shut up, Dringo, and get back to work. And you've been slacking as well, Scratch, my boy. This dog is property of Sword Coast Couriers. I'll take him off your hands now. I can do whatever I please. He's my dog. Now get out. This is a private yard. I'm not surprised. Gomwick always indulged him. And he's got a spark in his eye I don't like. Looks lively. Take the useless mutt if you're so inclined. I'll have nothing more to do with him.
It's not just Scratch. She's always hurting the dogs.
Shut your mouth, Dringo. Last warning. Fine. You think you can do a better job without me? Be my guest. They're a useless bunch of mongrels. You're welcome to them.
You got rid of her. I'll do a better job looking after these dogs than she ever did. I promise.
Mistress is gone. Mistress is gone! I mean, such terrible news. She will be missed.
Thank you for making Mistress go away. She was horrid.
What ails you? Marsh fever? Feather lung? Be quick, I've not got all day. What do you want to know? I reckon Investigator Valeria is right. One of the refugees killed him. Cruelly, too. They cut off his hand, sawed right through the bone. I found a paralytic poison on one of his wounds. Logan was alive while they took the hand. He just couldn't scream. It's sick. We give them everything, and all we get is nothing but a good man to bury.
We let more outsiders in, and more Baldurians die. Duke Stelmane, Father Lorcan, it's no coincidence.
We have faith here, Bill. Faith in people, no matter where they're from.
Who had more faith than Father Lorcan? How did that work out?
Thank you, stranger. Father Lorgan's passing has saddened us all.
Passing? He was murdered by one of the fugitives he was harboring.
Bill, I beg you, be quiet. Even sinners receive Ilmater's grace, and Father Lorgan knew that. We don't pick and choose who we aid. Thank you, stranger. I take some solace knowing that he died in Ilmater's service.
Does Ilmater's service involve protecting heretic absolutists? Or perhaps I missed that sermon.
Enough, Bill. You seem a kind soul. Our temple is open to you. Walk well.
The priests will open the temple up again. You will see. They're good people, holy people.
Please, keep bothering me. I've no work to get on with. Oh, I'm very sorry. If you're offended, feel free to make a complaint.
Go slow. This place is dangerous.
What was that? Are you all right? What happened here? What? Those are children's toys. Which means if a child had picked one up, I don't want to think about it. How do I know you're not the one who planted those explosives? All right, I guess it can't hurt. I'll check up on the rest of the goods. You try and find whoever is responsible for this.
I don't like being cooped up inside, but it's what's best for Cinta. I'll make sure she knows you had a hand in it.
Good thing you sorted that out. I was this close to chucking a knife right between that trollop's eyes.
Do try the grass, should it take your fancy. Such sweetness should be shared.
Sir, good, sir. Give me 3 days and... Oh, apologies. Thought you were someone else. Greetings, so forth, so on. The landlord, Sir Frago Antuna. A most generous soul, I assure you.
Word to the wise. Give that ill-mated temple a wide berth. Rude buggers. Certainly not bringing my trade there again. Does that excuse being rude? Excluding folk? Come off it. They wouldn't let me in. Spouted some tripe about my sort and absolutist murderers. I only wanted to sit down a minute. So did I. Let me show you.
One more mark, then we can go.
The Master said we have enough. The Black Mass is ready to begin.
It's not for the Master. It's for me. I want a beating heart there, ready for me when the Mass is complete. And we're finally granted our freedom. After 200 years of rats, I think we deserve a real drink.
There is no time. We are expected back at the palace.
Relax. The Black Mass won't start until Master drags Astarion from whatever hole he's hiding in. We have time to find one more person. Hello, beautiful. I didn't see you there.
We were just discussing, celebration being held in the palace of Cazador Zar.
You should come. It'll be the talk of Baldur's Gate. Oh, great. The palace looks out over the lower city. You won't be able to miss it.
Forgive us for not escorting you there, but my brother and I must attend to another matter first.
Yes, dear sister, I know we have places to be. We'll leave once our good friends here have departed. I look forward to seeing you at the palace, though. It'll be a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I promise.
What do you reckon, lad? You trust these steel watcher thingamajigs? Aye, I'll second that. It's all right where we can get work repairing them, but what happens when they build something else to do that? It's no good, I tell you.
Come to Baldur's Gate, he said. Adventurers get welcomed as heroes, he said. Poxy Drim and his bleeding notions.
Bloody ages we spent hiking from Murren, and they won't let us in the city proper. Bollocks. We're adventurous, damn it. The bridge god chatted some shite about a coronation. Couldn't really make head nor tail of it.
Bloomin' hell, you look famished. I've got some victuals that'll warm you right up. Murdered? Oh, dearie me. And to think her remains were just a whisper away. Make sure Mamselle knows. Across the way at the caress. Yeah, God, she'll be right unsettled. I'm staying put, mind. If a killer wanted me dead, I'd already be crammed under the boards.
A weary traveller, battered and bruised, you come for sustenance, no, decadence. A mien cool as ice, yet eyes burning hot. Oh yes, I know your bliss. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip, she gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you? Am I? Your eyes tell a story, sweeting. You crave more than pleasure, you crave penance. It's Fionn you seek, our stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas. Your penance must wait. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin. Murdered! Ye gods, the poor thing! Oh, by the mother of cats, I pray she didn't suffer. I'll miss that face. Else, the regulars will miss her more. They swarmed her like honeybees at the hive. Oh. Losing Fionn slashed a big hole in my coin purse. I should get to replacing her. Sweeting, this is Baldur's Gate. I've seen more murders than a butcher's right eye. There'll be time for tears. Cruel as it is, I must turn my mind to business, or, more precisely, the lack of it. I have little coin, but I offer sin in abundance. Talk with the Drow twins in the tap room. They're legends among the regulars, almost myths. Tell them they're your gift from the Mamselle, and let them show you why. Anything else on your mind, sweeting? Nisha, our lovely nymph. She's engaged in the nymph's grotto on the top floor, sweeting. The client's a favorite of hers, too. I doubt you'll be able to tear her away. But we are blessed to have a devil in residence at the moment. A temporary guest. But he asked that I send any potential clients his way. Everyone who's paid a visit looks quite changed by the experience. Indeed he did. Raphael. Exceedingly handsome, and with a voice that could make the foulest blasphemy seem the sweetest hymn.
I presume you've found something interesting to discuss, if you're interrupting me again? A Baal plot? You as well? Duvella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine, I'll bite. What's your theory? No need to wave documents at me. I'm already drowning in paperwork as it is. Constable Devella is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city. Well, what are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!
You must hear me, Devil. I will do whatever it takes. Give you anything you ask.
There is only one thing in this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
The Kithrak? What deal would he make with this devil?
You must help me, Raphael. For the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Lae'zel, Talak Magir. The devil holds the key to freeing the Gith people. Right here, right now. You could seal our fate. Whatever you discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room, once you're loosed from his claws.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
That was no party trick. Somebody's missing, can't you tell? That illithid you keep in your pocket can't hear us anymore. I'd ask you to be patient, but you've been patient enough. Now is the time to speak plain. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far. But no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you, and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though. In a manner of speaking. But it's the one inside the prison that you need, not the illithid. The Gith. I can give you the means to break him free.
Speak, devil. We're listening.
I suppose you'd rather suck on the Emperor's tentacles till the end of your days? Orpheus is your only hope of surviving this horror show without devolving into an illithid. To you, he will be a friend, After all, you're at war with an elder brain. If I'd realized you were so gullible, I'd have tricked you into selling your soul for a pocketful of beans when we first met. To the Emperor, you are nothing more than a beast of burden, one that will transport it to the Elder Brain. An ox requires food, and the occasional beating to keep it moving. You are simpler. The Emperor's words serve as both carrot and stick.
Perhaps it is true that Orpheus would ally with you against the Elder Brain. But if he proves uncooperative once free, you may have to kill him.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now. Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return. Power. You free Orpheus, and in doing so save the city, the Sword Coast, perhaps the whole world, and your own precious skin too. And you give me the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. And you, Lae'zel of Kalir, want to free the Forgotten Prince, do you not?
I want nothing more.
Then it is settled, is it not? A crown for a hammer. A bargain of a lifetime, Lae'zel of Kalir. Better to have it in my hands, and far from your precious world, than in the hands of the gods and monsters that fight over this city's soul. Power. Ancient and full of wonder. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Karsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting. And Karsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Karsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme, me. I am no mortal, and I do not fail. The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged, but only for a decade or so. Then I waited, ever watching for more than 1,000 years, for a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play. Yes, it does. Especially when I see what a bloody mess they've made of their whole scheme. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Carsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
Skvar! We should do as the devil asks. The Prince of the Comet must rise again.
I won't stop you. But time is running out. So don't stay away for long. If you see reason, I'll be here, waiting. Right up to the moment the world ends.
The means to loosing the Prince of the Comet was within our grasp, and you refused it. Why? Why? Is he any worse than Asmodeus, do you suppose? The reigning serpent, he who harvests souls to fight an unwinnable blood war. Worse than Mephistopheles, the devil who slayed his own son. He whose experiments threatened to melt his own frozen throne. Your mind is made up. But there's another option. Glory be to the comet. The devil keeps the Orphic hammer in his lair. If we can find a way in, we can take it. I'll use it to smash the true heirs' bonds. Yisk Githkar Tafki Crashet. The Githyanki will be free. First to Voss, then to Raphael's House of Hope. Just don't expect a lavish spread awaiting us this time.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts. Raphael. Well, thank you for your honesty. Of course, I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you? Giving a devil what he wants sounds like a brilliant idea. And what did he offer you in return for bringing it to him? I am glad you had the sense to turn him down, but it certainly does matter. Anything that threatens our alliance threatens our chances of defeating the Elder Brain. So I ask you again, what were the terms of the deal he offered you? An horrendous deal. Imagine a crown of sufficient power to dominate an Elder Brain atop a devil's head. You would be trading one apocalyptic event for another. Thank you for telling me, and for rejecting him. And now, we must be doubly on our guard. The devil is like a cockroach. No matter what you do to it, it will always come back. I doubt this will be the last time you are approached. I trust that you will continue to remember who is really on your side. Without my protection, you cannot defeat the Elder Brain. You cannot even get close to it, no matter what the devil whispers in your ear.
Tell me, am I beautiful?
More than beautiful. You are the aurora stretched across the north skies. You are the golden dunes swept across the Kalim. You are the fruit of the forbidden palm, soft on my skin, sweet on my tongue. You are my sin and salvation.
Your parasite stirs, and you gaze at the nymph through the flaming fist's hungry eyes. Your muscles shiver with her longing. Your skin burns with her heat.
What's wrong, Jara?
What are you? Wait, I know you.
I don't understand. What's...
Your face. The Absolute has shown me.
Jara, what's going on? Who's this man?
Your head screams in agony. Change has come. Pustules boiling beneath your skin, your bones twisting, your flesh rupturing. And suddenly, silence.
What's happening? Hells. I'd heard tales of mind flayers. Talons sharp as daggers and tentacles yet more fearsome. But no tale did justice to its ethereal beauty. It floats like a butterfly. Its blood shimmers like silver. Who? Oh, yes, Jara. I will miss her coin, it's true. Though perhaps this is not what you meant. Free your mind of her. Let us look forward, never back.
Her gaze intensifies. Your breath quickens and your heart skips a beat. The woman's senses are heightened and her fire stoked. The mind flayer is no mere curiosity, but an object of desire.
Why should I deny it? My urge is as natural as the grape upon the vine. But perhaps there are other flavors that might satisfy my palate. I offer something rarer than coin. Rapture. Close your eyes and listen. The gods themselves cannot grant you my unimaginable bliss. Refuse it once, and you will be left forever wanting. Close your eyes. Listen to my voice.
You see only darkness. Her voice shines through it, warmer than the sun, yet cooler than night.
The All-Being. Here, there is no suffering. Here, you want for nothing. Here, you are anything. You have one word. Tell me, what will you be? You are more than contented. You are at total peace. Your belly is full, your mind rested, your eyes bright. No more will you hear the clang of steel on steel. No more will you fear the cry of a wolf, the growl of an ogre. You are warm. You are safe.
Your flesh shivers, your heart bursts. True ecstasy for one fleeting moment.
Open your eyes. I'll remember you, and you'll remember me.
Voss, friend to the comet.
Lae'zel of Kalir, warrior of warriors. Tell me you took the devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir. Shkaketh! Orpheus will be free. There is no cost too high to unshackle my people. I did not come this far for you to turn your back on the first mother's son.
Githkar Tavkim crashed. You put your trust in me, Voss. I plan to honor it.
Yes, and it seems I have no choice but to trust. There is but one prism, and you are its key. Find a way to retrieve the hammer and free Orpheus from the prism. I will assemble his remaining honor guard and plan our next actions. Together, we will yet free the true heir of Gith's blessed empire. He will free us from Vlaakith and lead our Kithraki against the Geich. Istik, I will wait in the underground. Seek me when you have the hammer in hand. The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you. A devil of Raphael's stature does not simply make camp on the shores of the Styx. He will have made a sanctuary for himself, a lavish one too, one that caters to his many vices.
The House of Hope. We must find a way in.
The House of Hope, you say? I couldn't ask for a name more fitting. Every house has an entrance, Istik, even those in the Hells. You must find it.
You are wasting your time, and mine. Our true enemy is the Elder Brain. Focus your mind there.
Damn, Hoots! That new batch burns stronger than a pit fiend's fist.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Take it however you want. But I'll be having my usual from now on. Oi! You must have slipped by me earlier. Raphael's very disappointed you turned him down. You won't come out of this alive without him. The boss might be a devil, but but he'll treat you more honestly than anyone else in the city. Plenty. But right now, I have one job. You. I'm talking to you openly, mortal to mortal. And I'm begging you to sign the contract. If the brain wins, the Illithid Empire returns and worlds you've never even dreamed of will die. Raphael can stop it. He wants to. And he knows how. You're the key. You always have been. He's a devil. It's his nature. He needs to get his due. I won't pretend he's an altruist, but he's looked at the balance sheet. No world, no souls. And it's hard to get leverage on an Illithid. They make terrible clients. I doubt it. But even if you do, you won't survive the fight. I'd reconsider if I were you.
Halt, citizen. Submit to inspection. In the name of Lord Enver Gortash.
The parasite reels in your skull. Something within the Steel Watcher tugs at your mind. Your mind lurches, reeling suddenly as if bitten.
Apologies, citizen. Your record is clean. Please enjoy the city and remain vigilant.
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day. Valeria? Well, I'm not messing about with a murder inquiry for damn sure. Straight ahead across the bridge. A blind ogre couldn't miss it.
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash. You are the prison bearer, slayer of the dread General Ketheric Thorm. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city. Of course. My Steel Watchers are rather adept at keeping the peace, but not entirely suitable for polite conversation. Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
If it isn't little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble. Heard about his father. The Dead Three's puppet. A travesty, really. He's upstairs in Worms Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid shindig, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after. And bring the pup along, if you can. I'd hate for him to miss the fun.
Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city. The Steel Watch appreciate your cooperation, citizen.
Dearest patriarchs, but a moment. I must greet a most honored guest. My friend, forgive the cold welcome. My Steel Watchers are eager watchdogs, for the good of the people, I'm sure you understand. Lord Enver Gortash at your service. I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that nether stone that you carry. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorms, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I come to an understanding. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
It's not, but it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. You've met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know you survived previous encounters, but she won't relent. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all three Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the three are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Then let it be writ by the black hand of Bane. I, Lord Enver Gortash, swear I shall do you no harm. We will rise together over Toriel as a roaring sun. Let me demonstrate why you made the right choice. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
A doppelganger in our camp. That sounds all too believable.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies. Before you do, come and witness, as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. Then we proceed. The patriarchs await. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Raven Guard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree. And to think, the drama's just started. You see, Gortash has had Will's father relocated. To his death, the way I hear it. Such a shame. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there? I know enough. Let's talk to Will in your camp. Work something out. The Duke's life depends on it.
What are you doing in here? You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others. Please, that won't be necessary. I just needed gold. That's all. I'm getting out of here. Taking a ferry down the coast to get me home. Those bloody crooks at the docks are charging triple, though. Danger money. It's a joke. No! I mean, I quit. Nothing wrong with quitting a job. My wife said we have to stand and fight, and I can't. I won't. I'm not made for this. Really? you'll just give it to me. Look. Hidden up on the roof, you'll find all the stuff I stole. You can have it. Thank you. I'll never forget this. Never.
How many times do I need to say it? You sent word about a lead, said that I should come see you about it.
Of course, madam. Let me just... Forgive me, why are you here?
Is this some kind of sick joke? Do you have any idea what I've been through these past few days? My daughter Vanra, my little girl, she's missing. This stupid, useless fist said she had a lead, but she must have been stuck in Dream Mist or something.
Madam, tell me. You said... she was... taken from a tavern?
You catch the barest tendrils of magic coiled around the flaming fist.
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Someone or something has tampered with her memory.
What were we discussing?
What is happening? I feel like I'm going mad. You will? Thank you. I haven't slept or eaten since she disappeared. I'm terrified something has happened to her. Her name is Vanra. She's 7 years old and has red hair, like me. We were in the Blushing Mermaid when she was taken. Just up by the docks. No, unless you count a couple of old drinking mates at the next table. But they'd be no help. They barely remember their own names. I was sober, though. I swear. I stop in the maid for a drink sometimes. But it was only a quick one. Of course. The front of house, Bosun Gannet was there, and the owner of the Blushing Mermaid, Captain Grizzly. Neither lifted a finger to help me look. It was awful. Thank you. I'll head home. Can't stand being around these idiots any longer. Come find me the moment you hear anything.
I apologize for the hassle that woman caused. Such time wasters and troublemakers are a plague on the Flaming Fist.
Blaise Portier is perfectly fine. She's simply under tremendous pressure. There's nothing to worry about.
Come to have a go. Give it your best shot.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot, the smell of death.
Gold first. Then you can hit me. Plenty. Lots of angry people in this city. No one else to take it out on. Go on. You seem like you've something pent up. So, you having a go or not? Then move. Let someone else have a go. Changed your mind? Offer's still there. Go on. Have a swing. Charge too much, people hit you harder. Then they take the gold back. Besides, I've taken enough punches for free. At least this way, I get paid something. So, you having a go or not? Changed your mind? Offer's still there. Go on. Have a swing. Tried that once. They took the gold and hit me anyway. Better this way. I'll still leave with gold in my pockets. So, you having a go or not?
Bollocks! I told those idiots not to let anyone through. You. Name, rank, and reason for interrupting an active crime scene. For your sake, the last one better be bloody good. To fetch her another bottle of mead, no doubt. Yes, I'm Devella, the unfortunate colleague. Unless you've got useful information, leave me to my work. Duke Stelmane's dead, and I've got to find who killed her. God, that's it. Proof that I was right. I've been working on an assignment, see? A research project of sorts. I knew my conclusions were sound, but this... I never expected this. I'll tell you what I know. A century ago, there was a man, Saravok Anchev. He was a child of the god of murder, Baal. He ruled the Iron Throne, a dark tower hiding a darker secret. It was the front for a deadly arms-dealing network. There, Saravok amassed an army and sought to become a god. Under his stewardship, the Baal temple was revived. And with it, the Baal cult itself. Fortunately, the temple was destroyed. And to cleanse the city of Saravok's memory, the Iron Throne was torn from its foundations and cast into the Chionthal. For most, that was the end of it. But cults like that don't disappear overnight. That list you spoke of confirms I'm right. The Baal cult is back. And someone is out there, continuing Saravok's work. Good. Then your eyes are open to the truth. The brutality of the killings is on a par with Saravok's own. But there's something more here. Something new. There's a reverence to these murders. A certain flair. It's as if they were done in worship. The precision of the cuts. The depth, the execution. The best butchers in Faerun couldn't make a cut like that. Trust me, I've asked them. I tried to explain all this to my superiors, but they wouldn't have any of it. They told me to drop it. Told me the city doesn't need another conspiracy theorist and to get back to doing my job before they find someone else to do it for me. But you're not bound by such constraints. Oh, help me out here. Help the city out. I bet if you follow the trail of these murders, you'll be able to unearth the truth of this resurgence. There are patriarchs on the murder target list. I'm oath-bound to secure them first, so I'll be heading to the upper city next. While I'm there, the other potential victims will be at risk. Could you warn them? Thank you. That's all I can ask, and more than I hoped. Once I'm done with the Patriarchs, I'll head to Basilisk Gate to have another go at convincing my superiors to put some resources into this matter. Meet me there if you've anything more to report. And good luck.
It's you! Look at us! We made it to the city! We made it to the Elf Song Tavern! And are you? Never thought I'd live to perform for the greatest audience in the realms. The entirety of Baldur's Gate. Larissa lets me practice up here when she's on shift downstairs. She's too good to me. But you... I have a bone to pick with you, O brave adventurer. Big trouble. The most trouble you've ever been in. I've decided I'm not going to perform in the elf song. Mainly because only the elf song itself is allowed to perform. I'm going to open up a school of bards. The best in the realms. To usher in a new age of magic and musicianship. And it's because of you that I dare to dream big enough. Thank you. That means a lot. I wanted to tell you first because, well, you inspired me to do it. Here. My very first lute, tuned to perfection. Thought you'd appreciate it when I'm rich and famous. Take care, my friend. Thank you for helping a stumbling bard in a druid's grove find her spark again.
Damn rats. Oi, you! I thought I asked you to clean the rats out of this cellar yesterday already. Hop to it. Get in there. No. I need them rats taken care of. Here's the deal. I'll keep a lookout for murderers. You murder the rats.
Lae'zel, glad you could join us. The Kithraki have spread word of that artifact that you carry. Tell me, Lae'zel of Kalir, what reward do you think the astral prism will fetch once I pluck it from your corpse and present it to Vlaakith? What honors, what riches will the Undying Queen grant me when I hand her the failed prince?
This artifact contains the key to our freedom. It is not for the Lich Queen to take.
I know exactly what the prism contains. The traitor prince who would hand us to Gake. The false heir's head will make a fine trophy for Vlaakith. As for you, I will leave nothing behind but meat and shattered bone. Shamar Zala Vlaakith!
No, you can't be here. It's not safe. She has my scent. Run. Do not stop until you feel sunlight and fresh air. It's just flesh. But my spirit... She did much worse to that. She tormented me with blades and hot irons. I resisted. But then she forced me to drink a foul brew. The rabid, cursed blood of all manner of beasts. I lost control. I felt the bear take over, blood crazed. And she forced me into a cage, along with children taken from the streets. I was powerless to stop myself. Their screams, her laughter, it's all I can hear. I do not deserve to see the sun again. She's too strong. You have to turn around. Go. Let me buy you some time. She's coming for you. Then you are an even dumber beast than your druid friend.
Look at it, crawling and sniffing and rooting around in the filth. Is it my netherstone you seek, little piggy? Hush, hush. Orin will take care of you and your little pet. Nothing. No, not a thing. Still gasping and gagging on the foul airs of Baal's temple. I will not slice. His kind die too easily. The Murder Lord demands a better offering. Something new. Sticky, sweet, and delicious. He wants you. The Murder Lord does not need permission to kill. You are dull. A blunt blade unfit to flay. But you could be sharpened, thin and jagged. Yes, I will tell you what to do. Against the tyrant's throat, of course.
You've heard Gortash's whispers. I see how your skull swarms with his promises. He whinges and wails over the crown of Karsus, wanting to command it without me. Oh, how I long to slit his poxy smile from ear to ear. But I can't touch him. He bound my blade when we first conspired. Gortash didn't want me at first. Didn't trust me. Got me to wag my tongue, swear an oath never to hang him from the hooks. Drip drain him into father's open jaws. You must kill the tyrant. Take the netherstone from his corpse and bring it to my temple.
There we slice and shred each other. The survivor claims the stones. What's left of the other is Baal's. Agree, and I will bring my assassins to heal. They watch you always, longing to spray the crimson from your veins. Refuse me, and you'll learn what happens to those who defy Baal's doctrine. So will your friend.
Orin demands a fight to the death. The prize for the victor, the Netherstones, and the chance to control the crown alone. Accept, and you must kill Gortash. Refuse, and your companion's life may be forfeit, as might your own. Orin's assassins will hunt you like prey for slaughter.
Oh, silly, silly little slaughterhound. My assassins will not let you. If you hunt me, then they hunt you. The Murder Lord will not be denied. Neither will I.
Arabella seems not to notice you as you approach. She's as intent on examining a peculiar stone as she is unbothered by the corpses littered on the ground.
Arabella?
Hey! I had a feeling you'd show up. It's sort of our thing, like it's fate or something. Check out the stone. It's magic. Incredible, right?
You are flooded with memories of the distant past. Creatures slain, lovers reunited, spells crackling through the air. The stone holds records of all who have passed by it. Arabella is collecting them. It's as natural as breathing for her.
And I've only scratched the surface. I want to know everything. Bone Man was right. The weave will take care of me. I just need to listen. Bandits came at me with daggers. They didn't know who they were messing with. Yep, and I like it that way. Bone Man told me to follow the weave, to let it guide me. I've learnt a lot thanks to him, and I'm still learning. Don't worry about me, I'll be just fine. I'll see you soon enough. Bone Man said so.
Your tadpole quivers, revealing your discussion with Mizora to Will.
Shit. Father's been taken, and Mizora started to scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? I couldn't even fathom a guess. Though, I doubt we'll need to wait long for answers. We'll have answers soon enough. Let's talk to Mizora. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
I'm just a cat. But please, talk to Yenna. Well, why are you so nosy? Yenna is my best friend. She's kind. Help her, not me. Nothing good, I don't think. She was so very sick. Maybe she made like a cat and went off to spend her last life. But please don't.
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in beator.
Notum sit in beator.
Holy hells.
Fina, Cirrus, arbiters for the hells, exemplars of justice.
Your parasite links with Will's, and your memories flow into him. He sees his father's flight from Worm's Rock, and hears Mizora's words to you.
Shit. Where did Gortash send my father? How do I save him?
Sisters.
Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. A life for a life. No contract is ended without sacrifice. The cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel. I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora! You asshole!
Choose. Addendum F. The Absolute must be avenged for the Soulbinder's detention at Moonrise. The Soulbearer retains his gifts until such time as the Absolute is slain.
You damned wretch! Father. Do it. Break the pact.
Fiat ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Didn't think you had it in you. Seems my boy's all grown up. And don't go fussing about your father. You made your choice. You knew the terms. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Gods. I spent 7 years choked by Mazora's leash. And I spent 7 years hoping to break free. I never knew freedom could taste so bittersweet. I have to believe that. I'm not the Hell's puppet in life, nor its warrior in death. The blade will be guiding his own hand. But freedom will be paid in my father's blood. Tomorrow, I celebrate my gain. Today, I mourn my loss.
A moment passes. In the stillness, you find a mote of tranquility.
The Raven Guard name now lives solely with me. I will make it count for something. I signed his life away before the Hell's witnesses. It would be easier to drink the Styx down to the last drop than to alter his fate. I'd be a fool to wish otherwise. We obtain the final 2 nether stones and take back our minds. And the city. From the brain.
Since we arrived in the city, I can't help but feel a little anxious. But I'm not sure I know why. I don't think it's what happens if we fail that concerns me. We'll be beyond our worries at that point. I think what bothers me is what happens if we succeed. I've never been able to write my own future. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Well, I want to save my parents, of course. Take them away. Far from Shah's influence. Someplace peaceful. Away from the city, perhaps. I was going to save the best until last. But to put your mind at ease, yes. I want to share everything that lies ahead of me with you. If you're willing, of course. Then it sounds like I have everything I need. More of life than I'd ever imagined possible without Shah.
Little Will's all grown up. I can't wait to see what trouble he gets into. Impossible. My bargain was uncommonly reasonable. A single soul for the return of Baldur's Gate's most beloved duke. A real bargain, I should think. I never thought the legendary Blade of Frontiers would surrender his father for freedom. Not very valorous, if you ask me. But what does a mean old devil like me know about heroes? Just because he's not my pet doesn't mean he's not useful. The Absolutists worked a number on me at Moonrise. And you're the best hope I've got at payback. No one crosses the Hell's Children without getting scorched. Oh, you are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found new use for an old battle axe. The dead three in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious. The 9 hells of Beator. Each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus, my mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. How I adore it, the delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy. Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel, but those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead after all. Why? I'm supplying Will with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand.
They say that home is where a person can be their truest selves, without guile, without pretense. You did well to see off the Githyanki who had invaded mine. And now that you have seen where I come from, you know all there is to know about me. At least, all that matters. The very first reward I gifted myself on completion of my first adventure. The garments with which I concealed and later constructed my appearance as the Emperor. We spoke of my relationship with Duke Elin Stelmane, a story I have told no one else. I have no more secrets from you. No need to resort to subterfuge. We are true allies now, working towards a common goal. I've learned to adapt my methods to your needs. The only way we were ever going to get close enough to the brain to destroy it was by working together. But few would trust a mind flayer. So I did what I had to convince you. I studied you, your motivations, your actions, your desires. I deduced the best way to align your goals with my own. Perhaps, at first, I did consider that you were just a problem to be solved. And not an easy one at that. But I persisted. I needed your absolute dedication to the cause. I anticipated the challenge, and I anticipated your resistance. What I didn't anticipate was how much I would enjoy your company, your mind. Sometimes, I felt almost like we were dancing our way towards something deeper. I'm sorry. You're right. Now's not the time. Forget I said anything. Let's move on to more important things. The Elder Brain's hive mind has grown to monstrous proportions. And through the Crown's magic, it has complete control over each and every member. It was intelligent before, but now, with its hive mind established across the city, it is well on its way to becoming indestructible. You should reconsider your attachment to your physical form. You have seen what an illithid can do. Imagine some of that could be in your grasp. Not enough to warp your appearance beyond recognition, but just enough to enhance your potential. And believe me, it will radically increase our chances of success against the Elder Brain. Think on it.
You kill the rats, yes? I heard commotion in the cellar. Good. Perfect. Here, you take this. And do not worry. Chef Revere's eyes will be kept most peeled for murderous knaves.
Hello, servant ape. Would you kill those rats, please? Their presence vexes me.
Look, Tambourine. A servant comes to help us. Kill those rats, would you? When they're dead, the other servants will feed us.
Why, hello there. We were just about to try some of Master Metzley's delightful wines. Would you care to join us?
They do look ever so tasty.
Ah, Mrs. Highbury, I prefer to conduct tastings individually, so I may assess your palate.
Call me Cora, Master Metzley. And I'm afraid I must insist on their joining us. Wine's no good without company, after all.
No. I must say, if this is a practical joke, it's not very amusing.
Why, a serial killer? Oh, that's terrible. Master Metzley, are you quite all right?
It was perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You have sullied it with knowledge, made it an unclean sacrifice. I will remember your face. And I will peel it from your skull, should you interfere again.
I still can't believe... Why would anyone want to kill me? Thank you for saving us.
I got lost. And then when I found Mummy and Daddy again, they wouldn't get up. I shouldn't have run away. I'm sorry.
Oh, poor kid found his parents like this. It's a tragedy, yeah. But it's not like we can look after him.
Little un found his folks gutted. Didn't see it happen, though, thank the gods. City's home to some proper sick bastards.
My friend dared me to come here alone for a couple of mugs of ale. So here I am. Ha! Come on then, mate. Who would want me dead? Oh, shit. You're serious. I can see it in your eyes. I've got shit! I've got a tab to settle. Shit!
No pissing or shitting. If you break it, you pay for it.
Any fighting and Captain Grizzly will shank you. Got it? Good. Welcome to the Blushing Mermaid. If you're here to complain that the booze tastes like piss, I know. Anything else? Guards above. Not again. You pull a knife on me like the last one and you're getting a boot, you hear? That woman, Lara, Laura, whatever her bloody name is. She was screaming her head off about some kid. Tore the place apart. Ooh, bloody disturbing. Captain Grizzly had to clock her in the end. Threw her out on her arse. Good riddance. If you're here to complain that the booze tastes like piss, I know. Guards above. Not again. You pull a knife on me like the last one and you're getting a boot. I've killed people with a splinter, mate. Of course I'm wary of a blade. Laura was her name. Started tearing the place apart. Screaming about some kid. Bloody disturbing it was. Captain Grizzly had to clock her in the end. Threw her out on her arse. Good riddance.
If you had to choose the rat one or the blonde one, which should I? Which would you choose?
You're right. You're so right. Bosun! A red ale, please.
You're going on a date? Are you joking?
The city is a hair's breadth from violence, and we're shipping off at first light.
So? I'll be back by then.
Mate, you'd be late to your own funeral. Look, skip the date, and I'll take you out the next time we port, all right? See? The slightly creepy eavesdropper agrees with me. I'll sweeten the deal. Come back tonight, and I'll give you the good hammock.
Bloody hells. You're like a stray with a bone. Fine, but only because it's you asking.
If you're here for the music, look elsewhere. It's like listening to a cat being flogged up here.
Dad, I'm not a cow you can sell on the market.
Please, honey. Creditors are clawing at our door. This marriage will save the business. Just meet the Nilssons, son. One meeting. For us. For your family.
Excuse me, sir, quick question. Would you marry a stranger so your family can make buckets of gold?
See? I'll tell your mother to make arrangements.
But, Dad...
Not another word. You'll meet the Nilsson boy, and you're going to love him. I promise.
Want to hear a hot one? The other day, I met some folks who banded together to fight back. Against what, you ask? Hags. How stupid can you get?
Can't a captain be bloody hungover in peace? Oh. Why, hello there. Captain Grizzly at your service. What can I do for a long drink of water like yourself?
You're standing in it, smart ass. Or her innards, at least. She may not sit on water no more, but she'll always be my ship. Oh, there's drinks aplenty at the bar. Anything else? Well, those days are behind me, even for one as fine-looking as yourself. sharp-eyed, aren't you? But you missed a few. I may not sail the seas anymore, but that doesn't mean I'm not ready for trouble. So behave. Oh, not this claptrap again. Listen, Laura was here, all right? Knocking back pints like there's no tomorrow. But she was alone. I saw head nor ass of this so-called kid, and when we tried to kick her out, she pulled a knife on my front man. Bet she didn't tell you that bit, huh? Mate, I've boarded ships with less. And so has Laura. She ran with Bart Blackdagger's crew. Heard they tossed her overboard when she gutted the bosun over a game of cards. Now, I'd no beef with her before this. All are welcome in the Maid. But threatening my staff, claiming we took her kid, she's bonkers. Dangerous. Next time she pulls a knife on me and mine, someone might die. Something has to be done. Gods! Do I have to spell it out for you? There is no child. Laura is mad as a box of frogs. She's dangerous. And I couldn't call myself a captain if I stood by and did nothing. I hate that it's come to this, but I'll pay a hoard of gold to whoever scuppers her. Permanently. No less insane than lying about having a kid. If you don't do it, I'll find someone else. You can make it painless. Not everyone will. A tough negotiator. I like that. You've got yourself a deal. Return when the deed is done.
It's unusual for prey to supply the tools of its own butchery. Razors, scissors, nail files. So many cuts one couldn't make. And yet, such a fleeting window. But then, who am I to deny the auspices of destiny? For we are celebrating, Master Figaro. You have the delicious honor of being my crowning achievement. Your body is my ultimate gift to my lord, Bard. Together, we shall transcend. A challenger. My lord tests me. This piteous hovel will be your grave challenger.
I should have known it would be you. Thank you. If it had been the dwarf alone, we might have stood a chance. But these doppelgangers, they swarmed us. We were paralyzed before we even had the chance to fight back. I was heading that way after we last spoke, when I heard a commotion. I stepped in to see what was going on. It's not every day you have the chance to catch a killer in action. Not even in this profession. These killings aren't random. In fact, they seem to be part of some sort of test. That document you showed me before, the one with the victims' names on it, that was the briefing. The killers paralyze their victims, take their hands as an offering for Baal, and make it look like the cult of the Absolute was behind it all. It grants them access to a tribunal. From what I could gather, it's some sort of rite of initiation for aspiring cultists to prove their worth. And it's taking place beneath Candle Hallow's tombstones. Like I said before, it's not something I can look into in an official capacity. But you? It's not a place I'd ever heard of, if I'm honest. But rumour has it there were some hidden cellars somewhere near the Elf Song. How did you... Perhaps it's best I don't ask. Do what you have to do. And I'll pick up where I left off. The upper city. When I'm done, I'll stop by the Basilisk Gate.
You're here. Does this mean you found my daughter? The flaming Vistal have no clue. Useless twats! I'm not proud of my past, all right? I lived a violent life, but that all changed when I had Banra. Getting the occasional drink in the Blushing Mermaid is as close as I get to the old days. As for pulling a knife, fine, I did. But they wouldn't let me look for Vanra, and I panicked, all right? How could she say such an awful thing? I feel like I'm losing my mind. Vanra is real, damn it. All I want for her is to be home and safe. Please!
Is it done? Has Laura stopped that wailing of hers for good? Oh, you're no fun. I wanted you to stain your soul with the blood of an innocent mother.
Oh, well, guess I'll just decorate the room with your insides. They'll match my new carpet beautifully. Hello, Petal. Miss me? Marina ran off with the child I was promised because of you. So I had to find myself a new one. And little Vanra was so very tasty. I'm already showing. Doesn't it suit me so well? Vanra sits in my belly, growing fat with power. In time, I'll vomit her up and have myself a fresh young hag to train. Unfortunately, that leaves me in a pickle. For while I'd love to rip your guts out, I shouldn't. Exertion is bad for the baby, you know. So, walk away. Walk away and let me a fine hag make. Or what? You'll kill me, touch me, and the girl dies. And I'll simply return, stronger than ever. A woman in my condition should be relaxing in the bath, not dealing with this nonsense. I'll leave you to my crew, matey. And should you somehow survive, stay away, or Vanra will suffer.
You sleep, but the wicked don't. Someone is here to disturb your rest.
Get the hells away from me!
Peace, brother. We're here to take you home.
The Master needs all 7 of us for the ceremony. Come with us and be reborn. We'll live again.
the right. The Master needs him. He must attend.
Why should we let Cazador have all the fun? After all he's done to us. Vengeance will taste sweet, paired with ascension. You think he's ever kept a promise? He will never let us be free. You all know that. After all these centuries of torment, I know what you all want. More than power. More than to walk in the sun. You want to see him dead.
He is different. Stronger. Fire in his eyes. Maybe he could take Cazador's place. Maybe he could free us.
Perhaps we can get back at Cazador and finish the ritual. The Seven can unite and... The bonds hold. He owns us. We have no choice. We must obey. Get out of here, Astarion, before...
What a mess. Well, at least you've met my family now. He cannot, thanks to our wriggling friend. He will be furious. And he'll be even more furious when I get to that crypt and stop him. For what it's worth, thank you. No matter what happens down there, you helped me stand up against him.
Oh, the big tough hero finally showed up. I told you, Petal, you can't hurt me without killing little Vanra. I have you beat, so do the heroic thing. Die! You stupid! I can't keep her down. You cost me, a new hag. Little shit.
Shouldn't go wandering in dark alleys. Very dangerous hobby. Gets people killed. Scurry away, good book, before I crush you.
Is it dead? Oh, please tell Cled that it's dead.
That's a dead redcap, all right. Ugly bastards.
It killed itself with no hesitation. Why would it do such a thing?
It was crying, saying Ethel was dying.
Could it be? Is our tormentor gone? Is Ethel finally dead?
Well, I'll bloody be. Should have known if anyone was gonna save the day, it'd be you. Gang, meet the hero who rescued me and my little one from Auntie Ethel, and was then kind enough to finish the job.
This is the one who dared the depths of a hag lair. It is a pleasure. Mayrina has spoken of you often.
You hardly expected me to just sit on my backside after you saved me. I came to the city looking for people like me who'd fallen victim to the hag. Sadly, I found plenty. We were researching hags when Auntie Ethel's redcap found us. Cheers for taking care of the witch. Only sad I couldn't see it. With Ethel gone, maybe I'll finally sleep in peace. Thanks. From me and the little one.